Hey guys, it's Erin with Hand Stamped Style, and I am bringing to you today this tutorial on how to make these faux tissue flowers. They are so cute and quite easy to make as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me put those to the side. First, we're going to start off. We're just going to make our little box that we're going to do it, put the flowers on. And this is the Fancy Favor die box, and I've already cut it or die cut it out, and I'm just going to put it together. Because this is the Enchantment DSP Everyday Enchantment from the Celebration catalog, it probably does not need the sticky strip that I typically use for this type of project, because this paper is not as thick as cardstock. So we're just going to put it together with the snail adhesive, and then we're going to put a little bit on the bottom there and flip our ends in, and then we're just going to put that together down there, and then I'm just gonna crease the sides in case I ever want to close it. I can do that. I don't really need to fold them, you're just going to crease them. Then we're going to set that to the side. And what I'm going to use here is Peach Parfait cardstock, Pumpkin Pie, and Poppy Parade. Those are the three colors we're going to use. And we're going to go ahead and punch out using our Blossom Punch. It does take a little bit of strength. We're going to punch out one of each of those colors. If I can get the cardstock in the punch. Then what we're going to do, let me get that out of the way, is we are going to take our crimping tool. This is the very first tool that I bought when I started to get into stamping it. I love this thing. And we are basically going to loosen up all the fibers. Okay, do you see how that just came through all jacked up? Not a big deal. You can run it through several times like that, it won't matter. Because we're just using this to kind of loosen our cardstock. So we're going to stick it out that way, run it through the opposite direction, backwards and forwards. Whoops. If you can't get it to go backwards and forwards, then just continue to go through it and turn it the opposite. See how the crimper is, or the marks are this way? I'm going to turn it the opposite direction every time I send it through. And I'm just going to keep doing it until it loosens up those fibers, so much so that, let me see if I can straighten it out if it's already started to do it. It's kind of getting there. It's not quite there yet. I'll show you in just one second. Do it a couple more times. Oops, as it runs away from you. Okay, and then I just kind of pull out without ripping it, because if you pull too hard you can rip it. You can kind of see how the cardstock is starting to separate. Let me zoom in here, see if you can see that. Can you see? Oop, that's a little too far. Can you see how the cardstock is starting to separate? I hope you can see it, because if I tried, I could real easily, let me put that down. See how I can separate the cardstock with my fingernail there? Really easy, okay? So you just want to keep working the cardstock. Sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once now. You just want to keep working the cardstock until it really loosens up. I might go through that a couple more times just so it's a little bit easier. So I'm going to do the rest of these flowers, and then we'll move on to the next step. Okay. Now we have them all separated, and I'm just going to try and flatten them out a little bit, just like that. Then you're basically just going to work each petal. You're going to separate the cardstock just like this. And if it doesn't separate like beautifully or evenly, it's not a big deal. You kind of want that imperfect look to it. And I love how it looks just fuzzy inside. So you're going to do this to each one of your flowers. Okay, now that you have them all done, what you're going to do is you're going to take another piece of your peach parfait. Sorry, that's like rolling all over the place. And you're going to punch out one of the starbursts from your boho blossom punch. And this tape, there we go. There's so many things you have to punch through in that punch that it's a little bit, takes a little bit of strength to do it. I don't have it today. You can either run this through like we did with the big flowers several times and loosen it up the same way, or you can leave it to give it a little bit of a different texture than the rest of the flowers. Or one thing I like to do is kind of just crinkle, because it's a small flower, is just crinkle it with my hands a little bit. And that way the little stems kind of poke up and they're, you know, not the same. See how that just gives it a really nice, I don't know, distressed kind of look. And then you're going to layer them. You're going to do the peach parfait on the top, the pumpkin pie in the middle, and then the poppy parade there on the bottom. So you get a nice thick layered look with your flower. And once you have them all centered, stacked the way you want, you bring in your mat pack, lay your flower down. Make sure you've got it in the center. Poke all the way through, and again we're going to push it all the way down, and you really just kind of want to, work it to try and get as big of a hole as you can to fit, looking for a brad, to fit the kind of brad that you want. And again, we're going to use the Everyday Enchantment Celebration brads. I had to kind of wiggle to get it in there. Once it's in, open your prongs. You can fluff it the way you want it. And then we're going to get another dimensional, put it to the back, and we're going to adhere it to our project. And we are done. Cute, simple, fun. That would be a great project for any little girl. They would love. You could also make these out of fabric, put them on some hair bows. Super, super cute. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial. If you have any questions, definitely contact me. I would love to see any of your projects that you have where you use this technique. I would love to see them. You can post a comment to my blog, to my Facebook page, or to my YouTube channel, and I will see it. So thanks so much for watching today, and have fun. I'll see you again soon.